Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are, whenever you are. Welcome to a new DC live stream, the Altcoin Technical Analysis live video every Wednesday here on the Decrypting Crypto YouTube channel. I hope everyone's had a fantastic week. If you are a first-time viewer or subscriber, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. But most importantly, make sure you drop your most favorite altcoins in the chat so I can do some technical analysis on it. So before we get started, and whilst I'm waiting on some cryptos and altcoins to check out, let's have a little talk about Bitcoin and what happened, obviously, over the last week. The Wasim and Michael did an amazing live stream yesterday. If you didn't catch it, I definitely recommend you go back and watch it. It's very informative about all the things that had occurred behind the scenes for the FTX collapse, which is, in my opinion, also what created this recent sell-off. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone's removing their coins off exchanges. This is keeping the order books very thin. Now, if you don't know what that means, is basically order books is the amount of coins that are on exchanges that are also being traded. When people are removing liquidity from exchanges, there's less coins on exchanges to be traded. So the market can move quite drastically. Big whales can, pump, dump quite easily. They can also, because if they're keeping their coins on exchanges, they can then go to an exchange like Bybit as an example, because I trade on Bybit, and then they can long and short the market because they're also selling their coins or buying quite aggressively. So they're kind of double dipping. And yeah, we hopefully the sell-off and the bad news stops, because I do believe that if we didn't have the FTX news, then we probably would have bottomed here. The reason being is because if you've been watching this channel for a while, especially on Mondays, the DXY, which is the US dollar technically, started collapsing. So it started pulling back a little bit from about 114 to now 106. And this asset has an inverse correlation with Bitcoin. So as this asset grows in value, Bitcoin was going down. As it's been going down, we should have seen a reversal in Bitcoin. But with all the FTX news, it's just allowed market manipulators and the big whales to dump the price of Bitcoin. So retail investors get scared of investing in crypto, sell all their assets, and then they scoop them up and buy them at a cheap discount. So hopefully no more bad news continues. Even though I would have liked to have seen the price go down to $13,000, the market seems to have had a little bit of a recovery. But yeah, who knows how long that's going to last, because everything is not yet clear with the FTX fallout, crypto.com. There's just, a lot of rumors that a lot of exchanges have been flooding the books, including Gate.io, for example. So right now, our advice would be to remove all coins off exchanges onto a hard wallet, like a Trezor, like a Ledger, and just be patient. The market's not going anywhere. It'd be better to get back into the market when we see some clarity with what's happening with other exchanges, and also make sure that you start utilizing, exchanges that are more transparent. I prefer Bybit. I prefer Binance. Binance is a great exchange. We don't endorse them. We don't have any registration links. Actually, we might have some registration links in the description, but we're not pushing you to use Binance. I just think that CZ does a wonderful job managing Binance, and he's very transparent, and he has the best intentions at heart. That's just my personal opinion. You might think otherwise, but that's fine. You're allowed to have your own opinion. All right, I can see that Alan has commented he wants TWT USD. I don't remember. That sounds like maybe Trust Wallet. Is that Trust Wallet ticker? Yeah, okay, Trust Wallet. So I was right. I got lucky there. All right, so let's look at Trust Wallet, because it's been on a bit of a pump recently. It's done really well, as you can see, from 5 cents all the way to $2. Now, I'm assuming that either they made a really good marketing push when the FTX debacle started, but I can also just see by looking at this chart that the technicals kind of lined up. So we have this like ascending wedge. So TWT USDT. Let's chuck on this. So as you can see, I've done some TAA before on this before. We had this ascending triangle, which is a bullish pattern. Look at that. Looks like we hit a bit of a golden pocket, which would have been a great buying opportunity for anyone that was watching some of my previous live streams. So let's have a look. Oh, that was from there. So if we pull it to there, we can see, yeah, we still got support. So I would have done a live stream not that long ago talking about Trust Wallet. I said that I think I would have drawn this Fibonacci from here to here, saying this would have been a good buy zone, but it looks like we pushed up a little higher. So you can obviously drag your Fibonacci retracement. You can see that we came back down to the golden pocket and we shot off. So if you were watching that previous live stream, you might have got lucky at buying it just under $1, because that would have also hit the buy order. So if anyone followed me, not followed me because I didn't buy any, but if anyone followed the live stream, hopefully you got in at just under $1, and yeah, you have now at least doubled your money. So what next for TWT? Well, basically, we can draw a couple of trend lines. So we can draw one there. And what would be a great buying opportunity would be is if Trust Wallet comes back down to this trend line, finds support here. So that's about $1.44. This is exactly where I would be buying sort of Trust Wallet, maybe between $1.53 and $1.44. It's a very good spot to DCA. And then hopefully we see some more momentum to the upside. So coinciding with the FTX news, maybe they did some marketing. Maybe people just did their own research to check out what type of cold wallet storage is best out there. We've referenced Atomic Wallet before, Exodus. Trust Wallet is also not too bad by the looks of it, because people are putting money into it, and also it's driving up the token price. So right now, it looks like it wants to have a bit of a pullback. Let's have a look. Yep, we've got a little bit of bearish divergence. Let me see. Let me just chuck on the RSI. Let's have a look. There we are. So we have, okay, so we've only got bearish divergence on Market Cipher. So right here, so a little bit of bearish divergence, hence the sell-off. But as I said, I think it looks like it wants to continue, but it's going to probably just pull back just to make sure that we get some support here around $1.53 to $1.45, and then continue to the upside. So Alan, if you're holding Trust Wallet or you want to buy some, that's sort of my buy zone. Alrighty, so I don't see that we have any other altcoins. So why don't I look at a couple of altcoins that I'm interested in? But if you're watching this stream, feel free to comment in the stream. Let me know what altcoins you'd like me to do some technical analysis on. Let's look at the week's biggest movers. We got Trust Wallet, GMX, not familiar with that one. Chiliz, I like Chiliz. Anytime you can invest in sports team and be part of their DAO, that's pretty cool. Uniswap, pretty good. Litecoin. Now, everyone normally says Doge. Someone wants me to look up Doge. Sure, I'll look at Doge in a sec. So a lot of people, especially in the last few bull runs, Litecoin tends to start the next bull run. A lot of people tend to see that there's a lot of money going into Litecoin before the next bull run. I haven't noticed anything lately, but there we go. What's that? 59. Okay, so it's not that much. But yeah, as you can see, Litecoin didn't do too much. The previous bull run kind of equaled its previous all-time high, and now sitting at sort of $60. It's not a bad buying zone. So yeah, Litecoin looks like it's having a little bit of a move. It's gone up from $52 to 61. So keep an eye out on that to see if the trend continues with Litecoin leading the way for the next bull run. All right, let's check out Doge. Alrighty, I've got a bit of Doge. If you've been watching this live stream for a while, you would have known that I purchased some Doge down here. Not that I think it's got a whole lot of utility, but any coin that's supported by Elon, you'd be silly not to get a little bit of a bag of, just because that he moves the market, and you know, he's just he's a funny guy. All right, so let's have a look at what's happened here. Now we haven't. Let me remove off log. Okay, so one thing I want to check is what Fibonacci line did we come back to from the all-time high? All right, so we came back to the 85% Fibonacci retracement. We got a green dot on the daily. So yeah, now is not a bad time to maybe collect a little bit more Doge. Let's chuck on a couple of my other indicators. Yeah, stochastic RSI is close to, it's in the oversold territory, so that's quite good. We got a green dot on Market Cipher. We're in the green money flow. This is just looking quite good. So where could the next targets be if that was the bottom of this pullback? Let's go complete fib. Let's go here. Oops, I've got to hide that. Let's go there. Let's go complete fib. Alrighty. So next target, we'd be looking at probably the 1618, so about 20 cents. That's kind of like the next major target that I'd be looking at to exit Doge. Let's see if it lines up with any other resistance lines. So 1.6. Yep, there you go. There's a couple of lines there. So if I throw a horizontal line at 1.6, you can see that we kind of had resistance back here in December 21. So that's probably going to be a good zone to exit some more Doge. If you remember, my trading style for altcoins is sell half on a double. So I bought some here at 6 cents, sold some up here at 15 cents, sold half on the double, keeping half. Now would be not a bad time to probably inject what I sold back here back into it, because it looks like it wants to continue to the upside. So that is a good indicator that we might get some continuous movement with Doge. XRP, Matic. I saw, yep. So Alan wants to have a look at Matic. Let's have a look at Matic. Alrighty. So with Matic, let's chuck on a couple of the other indicators. Okay, looks like we could get a bit of action here in the next couple of days with Matic. So we're about to get a nice little green dot here on Market Cipher B. We're in the green money wave. The stochastic RSI is in the oversold territory. So yeah, it's less than $1, which is fantastic. Oops, let me undo that. So I do have the 618 fib retracement at about $2. So if you were to get into the market now, I would probably, let's see if there's any other support resistance trend lines. Yeah, basically we're still gonna struggle to break over $1, but once we break over $1, I could probably see, yep, there we go. That would be right here at about $1.30, which is where we already had resistance. So we'll probably do something like this, where Matic will come up, find that as resistance one more time, maybe form a bit of a ascending triangle, something like that, and then move to the upside. That's if like it doesn't break out. If it, you know, it could obviously shoot straight through, and you got to be watching the market straight away. But if you find a little bit of resistance here, then we might end up sort of creating a bit of a triangle, because it looks bullish. And I think the movement will continue to the upside, especially now that all the FTX stuff is hopefully over. Maybe the crypto markets will have a bit of a recovery, because it looks kind of good today. Even though if I jump back onto Bitcoin, The thing that kind of concerns me, and that's why I'm still remaining bearish, is on the 12-hour. So between the 12 and the 4-hour, so 10-hour, 8-hour, 6-hour, and 4-hour, the stochastic RSI is in the overbought territory, right? So this is why I'm expecting another move to the downside, just purely for the fact that I think that we have we have maybe topped out. Where I'm looking for things to possibly change is a break of 17,300 and then a retest of 17,300 as support. So breakthrough, come back, support, and then continue to the upside. That would be quite bullish, but I would need to remain bearish until we break the 21,500 high. Much like I was saying, let me remove some of these lines. Much like I was saying back here, where we need to remain bearish whilst we haven't broken the $25,000 mark. Right now, what I would be looking at is for a push of Bitcoin above 21.5, come back down, create a higher low, and then a higher high. Only then has market structure change, and that would make me bullish. I would put all my reserves back into the crypto market because we can clearly see that the trend has reversed. But until we break this high, then create a higher low, we need to remain bearish, because as retail investors, like most of you watching probably are, you want to be looking at the macro. So don't worry too much about trading on the 4-hour daily. You want to be looking at the weekly. What are the weekly candles doing? Have we changed market structure on the weekly? That's where you want to be getting your confirmations. Now, if a lot of people are like, well, I want to pick the bottom, blah, blah, blah. Well, unless you're a day trader and you can keep your eye on the market, there's no need to try and, pick the bottom. Dollar cost average on the way down. And once you see a change in market structure, only then should you sort of get back into the market. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's have a little bit of a look. As a good example, something like this. This is the COVID crash. We crashed. We came up. Did we create a higher high? No, we didn't create a higher high, but we came back down and we had a higher low, and then we created a higher high, followed by another higher low, and then we exploded to the upside. So a lot of people, especially those who are freaking out, were probably like, oh yeah, crypto's dying, especially around here where we had the COVID crash. And then here, this is where people get bullish. Once you see that market structure change on a macro time frame, the weekly, even if you got in here at 10,000 instead of 5,000 or 3,000, you still got a 6x on your money here. So this is why it's important to just remain patient. The markets aren't going anywhere. And even if you get into the market after 21,400, you're still going to at least 3x your money, because from 20K, if we go just to the previous all-time high, we do something like Litecoin, you're looking at a 3x, from 21 to 68. That's like, 3 and a bit X. So that's pretty good return. You can't get there. You can't get that on most assets in a 4-year time span. So there is no rush to get in because right now I still am hoping for lower. I want to see this high from back in 2019 be touched, but sometimes we don't get everything that we want. So it's always best to continuously dollar cost average. All right, we've got XRP. Let's have a look at XRP. So I had a couple of buy lines that I did disclose with you guys not that long ago. I had 32 cents, 22 cents, and then 17 cents. So I had some XRP buy orders trigger, which is great. Look at that. This is just spot buying. This is not leverage trading. Bought some XRP at 32 cents. And then how much have we made percentage-wise? 21%. That's not bad. $100 turns into 120. Pretty easy trade. You don't have to be a rocket science, especially if you're just new at trading. Just start with support and resistance lines. Really easy and a great way to find some cheap coins and some buy orders. Where to next for XRP? Well, pretty simple. Let's just draw a fib retracement from here. We can probably draw one a little bit smaller. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, so I'm going to say obviously this previous high, the 382, because we've already hit it. But the next one after that, I'd be looking at the 70 cents marks, 68 to 71 cents. The golden pocket here, that seems like a good idea because we also had resistance here previously. So that's probably going to be resistance. If we have a put to the upside, that's where I'd be looking to sell a little bit of my XRP. I'll leave that on there for future reference. All right, we've got Cardano, so ADA, USDT. Alrighty, so Cardano was in this descending triangle, which made me think that we were going to have a bit of a breakdown. It still doesn't look fantastic. Let's have a look. Okay, oof. On the weekly, it looks pretty shocking. So let's go to the daily. All right, we have a bullish divergence on Cardano, but let's see if what I think is probably going to happen. We're going to get the money. Oops, wrong thing, wrong tool. We're probably going to, we can see that the money flow is quite deep, so it's probably going to come up. We do have a bullish divergence, so we made a lower low in price, and we have a higher low on the market cipher B indicator. Let me turn on my RSI. Let's see if on the RSI we have something. So we can see here, the stochastic RSI is in the oversold territory. It's just crossed, the moving averages have crossed over, so it looks like it wants to push to the upside. And we also have a bullish divergence on the RSI. So we may not get that price point that I was looking forward to, which was about 20 cents. Let's have a look. Let me just go to the 3 days so we can condense this. Let me remove that. I just want to check if we got any confluence of why we sort of we stopped where we stopped. Okay, so you can see I draw this white line from just where we had the wick go, and we can see that we clearly had a lot of action here in 2021 as we were in the bull run. If I chucked on the fixed range indicator, we probably have a point of control there as well. Okay, so we can see the point of control was at 31 cents. So that's something that I did miss. So 31 cents seems like it was a good buying point, but hey, look, at the end of the day, it's at 34 cents. So you've missed 10%, but Cardano, what we would like to see is, I'd like to see, well, look, on the daily, we've got a bullish divergence. On the RSI as well, bullish divergence. I just don't think that there's been enough good news about Cardano, and they're a bit slow with the process side of things. So, okay, we're overbought in the 4 hour. So if I was to buy Cardano, I would wait for the stochastic RSI to come back down to the oversold territory, and that's where I would be buying. So as you can see, good buy, good buy, good buying opportunity. So I would just wait for Cardano to come back down here. What I would probably do, let me just do this. If you are using TradingView, for example, pretty sure you can use the stochastic RSI. It's a pretty standard. It's a pretty standard indicator. I'm pretty sure it's free. You can add alert. There we go. So what I could do is, here we go. So we're going to say value crosses the 20th percentile on the stochastic RSI. Crossing down, value, stochastic RSI, daily once. I've never actually done a alert for this. So crossing down, entering, exiting channel. Maybe that's the one. Up about, there we go. So we're going to go 20th percentile. We'll do 80 as well. So when we're bullish again, like so. Exiting channel. Yes. All right. So what that alert does. Continue anyways. So what that's going to do is some point in the future, once this moving average crosses over the 20 percentile, it's going to trigger an alert for me, and that means I can put a buy order. So if you're away from your computer, notifications on your phone, and you can just jump into a spot account and buy yourself some Cardano. Alrighty, let's have a look at Luxo USDT on KuCoin, one of the exchanges being audited. All right, so a couple of mixed signals. Let's go to the weekly. All right, so we've got a red dot on the weekly. We're in the red money flow. Stochastic RSI is pointing to the downside. We do not have any bullish divergences on the RSI. Okay, what we possibly have is a bit of a descending wedge, which is a bullish pattern. So what I would like to see is maybe Luxo come back down to the bottom of this this wedge around about $2.80. That would be good. But look, at the end of the day, if the market moves up from here, this probably won't come back down. So let me quickly look at the daily. Let's see if I can give you a buying opportunity on the daily. Okay, so look, you've got the resistance line, you've got the support line. If you can get, let's have a look if we can get a fib retracement. Let's do that, golden pocket. All righty. So good buying opportunity. Well, we kind of missed the good buying opportunity because we've just hit the golden pocket. So look, I think Luxo could possibly go down more, but this was a pretty good buying zone, and we're at 620. So on the daily, things looks like it is going to continue to the upside. Let's go on the 4 hour, see if we can get a buying opportunity. So yeah, I think that Luxo looks like it wants to move back to the upside. But if I was to buy some now, I'd look at selling some at about 880, which is, pretty good. That's like 30%, 40%. That's not bad on a return. So yeah, that's what I could see about Luxo. When it does break out, let's have a look. Let's go back to the daily. If it breaks out, kind of the same thing that we talked about with TWT. What you want to see is if we do get a breakout, bang, want to come back, retest this trend line, and then you can obviously put in a buy order around there. All right, last one, because I've been going for a while and I've got more things to do. CSPR. Let's have a look. Okay, ooh, it's looking kind of sad, the old CSPR. So, well, we're pretty much back down to the bottom of the range. So, yeah, we got a green dot on the daily. So this is probably going to be the bottom for a while. So it's probably a good buying opportunity at 29 cents. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, look, it's at a good price. Look, I can't tell you if it's going to, move to the upside. I don't really know too much about the coin, so I don't know much about the fundamentals. But in regards to technical analysis, it looks pretty good. And we're probably going to get a bit of a move to the upside because the money flow is moving back up to the green. We've got a green dot. We've got bullish divergences. Stochastic RSI is at the bottom of the range. So it's looking primed for a move up. It's looking primed for a move up. So this could be a pretty good trade, actually. Even just buying now and selling at 55 cents at 5.5 cents, that's pretty good returns. That's 100% returns. So, yeah, CSPR, not a bad looking coin, but like I said, I don't know much about the fundamentals. There could be some issues on the back end. I don't know. So I'd have to do some research, but it's not really a coin that I'm looking at buying. But look, I might throw a little bit of money at it. Where can you buy CSPR? Where can we buy it? KuCoin Gate.io. Is it on Uniswap? No, it's not on a decentralized exchange. So I like to use decentralized exchanges. Unless one of these is decentralized, but they don't jump out at me like Uniswap, 1inch, and PancakeSwap. All right, guys. That is it. I hope you've enjoyed today's altcoin live stream. It's a bit of a long one today. So, yeah, that's it from me. Enjoy the rest of your time. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for the next live stream.